Welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, Timepants, and today we are going to be headed to, I think, the Weald. This is going to be, it's going to be I think, kind of a filler run, but we need the deeds, and the Crusader Trinket, honestly, is, for me, a big enough incentive to actually attempt it, since I do hope to, at the very least, I think clearing more than one set of bosses is an absolute pipe dream at this point, but I would like to clear out all of the bosses through champion level in the ruins at least, because the Prophet's Eye is a great trinket, and we will probably be leaning pretty heavily on our Crusader in some of those fights, purely on the basis of his really, really good damage output, when we're probably at most going to get about 25 to 28 weeks worth of trinkets. It's not going to be a lot, so let's... Wait, what happened? What? Okay, so the game just cut out. That's, uninspiring. While I'm getting this fired back up here, I do just want to take this opportunity to mention, if I sound different, it's not that... Okay, here we go. It's not that I'm, like, sick or under the weather or anything like that. Actually, my microphone is on the fritz, and I'm gonna try and get a new one here, but, Lord knows how long that's actually going to take. So in the meantime, I am recording it on a cellular telephone. So I hope it sounds good. We'll see. Oh, okay, great. Well, right back in it. It's like nothing ever happened. Timepants, shouldn't you just edit that out? I mean, YouTube has a movie editor. No, I like it raw. I want to keep it, real. I'm not like those other LPers where they've got, like, production value, where they put effort or time into the things that the content that they create. I'm not really one of those LPers. I'm not... Oh, God, okay. I am become vengeance. All cultists will feel my mace. Brigands fear my roar. I am outnumbered, 'tis true, but I'm starved and half mad. But as long as there is breath in my body, I will press on. I will wreak unbearable agony on those who would seek to despoil my great manse. And now they come, I douse my torch. Do not fear the darkness, this is my house. And woe to the uninvited. Oh, there you go. So I'm not gonna, probably cut that out, because I, of course, know that Red Hook is a devoted fan of the show. Our devoted fans. Red Hook is not a singular entity. They are not the Red Hook. But, of course, they never miss an episode. So, this is kind of a gentle reminder to them. Guys, stability matters. Let's take a little pride in our work. Look at this Darkest Dungeon. They clearly have not given a single ounce of consideration to the presentation of this game. Just really amateur hour. I'm, of course, kidding and an idiot, or a kidiot, if you will. So how's this run going? Well, we had, honestly, what I thought was going to be a run-ending event early on. I'm, of course, referring to the game crashing. But since then, we've really stabilized, and I feel like we've kind of gotten into a flow. I probably should not have marked the Man-at-Arms. That was a mistake. I think we probably will get away with it, but that was dumb. That was... Okay, that didn't end up being that much damage. I was worried about poison, because that really can be pretty devastating, but the simple bite attack is not too terrible. Alright, so already we are in a situation here where we've got to start making choices about what stays in the inventory and what does not. Jury is still out on just precisely what prompts the collector to show. if the at this point, what I think is the actual way that the probability is calculated, and if if 65% or more of your inventory slots have something in them, you get ambushed. Then, I mean, we're on the clock at this point. Given a long enough period or a long enough run in any dungeon in the situation we're in, we would get bushed. So let's let's move along. This is long, and honestly, the addition of variable length hallways has considerably lengthened, I think, the average dungeon run. I mean, I would say probably the average length of a hallway now, I think probably is fair to say, would be 5 of those like blocks connecting the two major rooms, whereas, oh god, okay. The road to the Stamina Hamlet is a tricky one, both to find and travel. I think I read that one already, so we're going to skip it. But yeah, I think the average hallway is longer now thanks to the addition, because there are 5 and 6 block hallways. Now, there are also 3 block hallways, but yeah, those tend to be fairly rare, whereas, yeah, 4 and 5 seem to be, I think, equally frequent. So, yeah, with the possibility of a 6 block hallway, I think it does come out to be about 4.5 to 5, as opposed to good old 4Z. So, this run is going fine, but honestly, the stress on our man-at-arms, Burren, if you will, that's certainly cause for concern. So I think at this point we need to start thinking about when we're going to make camp, because at this point I think we're doing it not so much to buff up for the rest of the run, because I want the man-at-arms to disarm, but he's a man-at-arms, not a man-at-disarm. Good grief. Like, this, yeah, I think at this point we've got to start thinking just to try and ease some of the pressure on the man-at-arms and minimize the likelihood of, god damn it, minimize the likelihood of a stress spiral. Yeah, I think we just camp now. Probably the encounter, more I think about it, probably the encounter that we would have had pop up in the hallway there would be pretty trivial, and maybe we should have gone back to that main intersection there that brought us to this current room. But like I said, at this point, I'm not terribly concerned about our damage output or our defensive skills or anything like that. It is purely trying to minimize the stress buildup on the man-at-arms. I'm just now starting to realize this is not the party for that. So, yeah, at this point, basically the best thing that we can do is just, use the necessary camping skills and try to avoid situations where we could potentially take stress sort of as a result of other unforeseeable events that we're trying to minimize the potential of occurring. So, for instance, getting a surprise attack, this reduces the likelihood of something like a cultist dropping a stress skill on us. But yeah, that was a little bit risky, but I wanted to try it, and my gamble was worth dick anyway. I thought, either way, I'll kill one of them with the blind fire, and I'll get to go first on the next round, so whichever one I kill, the Arbalist is going to polish off the next one immediately afterward. The Arbalist did not even get to go. like in the final round. So that was idiotic. Lesson learned. But yeah, by increasing our speed, for instance, or increasing the likelihood of surprise rounds, we're going to minimize stress buildup just sort of as a matter of course. We're not going to have quite so many opportunities for the enemy to drop stress on us, land crits without us being able to first thin out their numbers. Well, that sucks. I mean, we can retribute, and that's good, but... And, yeah, the cultist is going to have to act suboptimally, so kind of 2 bonuses there from... Fuck. I mean, that was really lucky, but that is not how I planned that to go at all. So, yeah, at this point, the cultist is basically a non-factor. Like, he's not going to get to rejoin, good lord, the battle in any sort of meaningful capacity. But are you shitting on my dick? Like, that's so shitty. You know what? I don't think Bola is a very good skill. Yeah, you just have to die. I don't think Bola is a very good skill, but man, situations like that really do make a case for its existence. Thankfully, oh, that's really good. Okay. Yeah, thankfully, I think just generally speaking, having the ability to land basically two random shots in quick succession is a pretty key advantage for the Arbalist. And we've gotten 3 surprise rounds in a row. So as far as I'm concerned, we have absolutely gotten our money's worth on that bounty hunter play. How do we do this? Maybe Mark on you, because yeah, in the back row, in the 4th rank, that fungal scratcher is going to be just terrible. And like, I'm kind of inclined to knock the rank 1 scratcher back. Scratcher, that's kind of funny. The thing keeping me from stunning him and knocking him back is basically I kind of don't want to deal with constant escape clouds. Like 2 escape clouds in quick succession would suck. And I was afraid that there was the potential for us to just knock him out of the bounty hunter's range to hit him with, what is it, finish him, or I don't know, collect bounty. And yeah, that bonus for hitting a marked target is certainly consequential. Like right now, we are in perfect position, yeah, to get a kill. So yeah, at this point, I think we just target the artillery because, well, basically the Scratcher probably is not going to get an opportunity to do anything significant before we get another chance to take a swing at it. So probably should go ahead and just take out the Scratcher, yeah, because with a marked man-at-arms, I think that has the potential to be nasty. So this run is starting to really stabilize. Like, I was genuinely concerned, and yeah, I'm gonna be a little scummy here. Although, come to think of it, I don't really have a compelling reason for that. Like, yeah, I guess just a little bit of healing is good, but honestly, it probably was not the best use of the time, but we should be able to take this thing out before it gets another attack on us. Perfect. Alright, so let's see, snack on that, and the scouting. So yeah, the bounty hunters, well, and the Arbalist's camping skills definitely gave us a ton of value. Like, no direct like quantifiable improvement in terms of an upgrade to damage output, that sort of thing. But by the same token, if we're able to, if we're able to win fights before the enemy attacks, I don't really care how much damage we do. Like, how much damage do you need to do to win the game? Enough. That's no sense. Yeah, no sense just trying to get big numbers on the screen for the sake of big numbers. So this is, basically, I would say, like, that's 4 ambushes in a row. That's unreal. So I'm really proud of that. And yeah, I can't remember if the cutthroat is bad in the back rank. So, how do we do this? Like, I kind of want to stun him. And yeah, this is good. We should be able to get a kill here. And yeah, now we're sitting pretty. So, has this been like a significant run? Are we going to look back at the end of this speed run and reflecting on what the speed run has meant to us, the change, the impact, the difference it's made in all of our lives, our gratitude to me specifically for bringing this joy and sharing it with all of you? Are we going to look back at this particular run and say that this is where it all turned? This is where we sort of seized the good fortune of this run and it carried us all the way to victory? No. In the end, this is kind of a filler episode. Like, if we are looking at the Dragon Ball Z sort of timeline of this speed run, Dragon Ball Z and speed run probably I can stop right there and say that's not a good comparison. But if this is our Dragon Ball Z timeline, if we're comparing it to that, this isn't obviously a very consequential battle. Your Gokus versus your Vegetas. I honestly have never watched the show. Like, I'm going strictly on like clips that I have seen on the internet and like hearing people talk about it. I just totally lost a bunch of nerd cred there, I think, but son of a bitch, that sucks. Yeah, this is not your Cells or your Majin Buu showdowns. This is a Krillin heavy episode, basically. There's a lot of Krillin in this, is what I'm getting at. But you need a little bit of Krill to balance out kind of the heavier stuff where people get like murdered with the bare fists of their enemies. That's like, if you just have the teleporting and the punching, it's a little exhausting, right? Like, maybe that's just me, but I feel like at some point I'm just like, dial it back. I get it. We've got really strong people punching the crap out of each other. So this is a breather. This is kind of a nice little, not really a character building episode, anything like that. This is definitely kind of a comedy throwaway. But son of a bitch, like, I'm glad that we got the crit on the riposte there, but that was not exactly the best way for that fight to end. All right, so what am I saying? Basically, if you were to liken me to anybody, I would be, of course, Akira Toriyama, and this is my masterpiece. This is like, I'm going to be, of course, recognized for my genius and my contributions to popular culture in my own time. But even though I have done like 350 episodes, and at this point it's definitely starting to get a little bit derivative, people are still going to remember it broadly. You know, they'll definitely have a lot more memories of the highlights than, you know, your Krillin story episodes. So where am I going with this? That is a fantastic question. I am going all the way to the end. If I have, yeah, oh, I mean, might as well. If I have a shovel, that is, and I think I do. Sweet. All right. So we get to make some room in our inventory because we don't need to keep any more shovels. That's not terribly useful, but I think I'll stick my hand in there anyway. There you go. I know how to stick my hand into a dark place and pull out some goodies. Not sure about that turn of phrase, but you get my meaning, of course. I like to grope around in the dark and just see what I can find. That's okay. Anyway, this run is over, and hey, you know, wow, that is overall pretty bad for us. Okay, so I'm proud of that. We took kind of a couple B-listers, and I think we made the most out of it. So thank you very much for watching. Let's just see here if there's anything worth getting. I think there definitely is. Okay. Well, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.